Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Let's go, Mike 42, Mike 42. In your face. Yes.
And that'll set him back 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rip on 7. Here. 42. Go. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 42. Right, kill. Check, 42's the Mike. Check, 42's the Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Fielded at the 33. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 25 yards that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down now. It's Freeman, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Hey, free players. Mike could do one. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. 51, Sam! Put him on the buses. Get up!
Now it's Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, and the pressure gets to him again. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
51, Mike 51.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. Looking downfield for Jones. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Sproles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Here we go. Hey, Mike's 42.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing is Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On second down, it's Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, South! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Mike 51, Mike. Check. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Freeman again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll make it third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun. 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Two-check bomber. 51's the mic. Okay, express. 51's the mic, boys.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Nigel Bradham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's go, 11. Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Down to lose 1. Space. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On first down, Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Throwing now is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd and a yard, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Zach Brown picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go. Hey, check. Mike, Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I don't think you got it, son.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is... Hey, exit. 59. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here we go, here we go. 81, 81. 59, Mike. Check, 59. All day, baby, all day.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
From the 41, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, they run with Howard. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Marcus Green on return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, back 25. Check. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Back 25. Record. 54, south.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Ready, blue 80.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more best though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 minute.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost... have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
120!
On first down, Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ryan to the Falcons now. Now this one complete on the slant route. Said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Ryan. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio.
A 31-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Check. Mike, check. 59.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Hey, Haywood! It's 59, Mike the 59.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Deion Jones, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Solid. Undercrush. Jim. Topper. 82. 59, Mike. 59. Hey, Charlie. 59. Come on,
To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike the 59.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Jackson's got it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Check. Sunday.
Hey, Delta.
45.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz got him in. Open, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice, put them to good use on that one.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby, all day.
Here we go. Waiting. Go.
Pick the edge. Come.
They'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Nelson Aguilar, 40 yards, and the Eagles add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting out.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Derek Barnett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. To throw is Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick.
Well, Brendan, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Bang, 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 bang.
What? Hey, empty.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, Greg.